What if there was a way to create tremendous value in yourself and for your company? Either it's your company or someone else's. That's what we're going to cover today on Sales is Easy. My name is Devon Gall. I'm your friend and mentor in business, marketing, and sales. Let's get started. This is the deep dive into the 8 steps to success. We're going into number 2, be on time. When you're on time, you're showing self-responsibility and self-accountability. Why is this so important? It's a foundational skill. It's a mandatory skill if you want to go anywhere in business and sales. You are showing management, you're showing the higher ups, you're showing yourself, you're worth duplicating. If we took just you and we made 20 of you and said, go hit the territory today, 20 clones of you, is that going to be a great day? Is that going to be an awesome day? Or are we going to have 20 people showing up late, 20 people leaving early, 20 people taking too long of breaks because no one's there to supervise them because they can't supervise themselves? Or are you going to smash? Are you going to crush it? Are you going to show up early? You're going to leave late? You're going to put in the extra mile? You're going to hit more people than anybody else? You're going to do what's required for your success, your big outcome, your big paycheck. You're someone that can be built around. If we have, I've been in this scenario multiple times. 3 people, let's say we have 3 people, and all 3 of them are good at sales or above average in sales. They don't have to even be phenomenal in sales. But the first 2 have issues with attendance. They show up right on time. They show up maybe 20 seconds late to the conference call, interrupting everything. Jumping in late. Hey, sorry, boss. Sorry. Blah, blah, blah. This happened, that happened. I was running late, so here's an excuse. Blah, blah, blah. But they're all great salespeople. They all crush it. They all have very similar numbers. They're making decent paychecks. But the last guy, he's always early. He's always early, and he stays late. Not all the time, but sometimes he does. He stays late, and he goes the extra mile. He knows when, maybe it's Friday night, and that's a really busy time, and a lot of the businesses I work, and he says, you know what? I'm gonna stay late. I'm gonna build my paycheck because I know 4 Fridays in a row I stay 30 minutes, an hour late, 15 minutes late, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's gonna be thousands of dollars added to my check. That's gonna be tens of thousands of dollars added to my annual income. Who are we going, as a manager, who are we going to promote and build around to the next manager, to the next leader? Even if the 3rd guy who stays late and comes in early, even if he doesn't have as good a sales as the first 2, we want to promote the 3rd guy. We want to promote the guy that sets the example, and that goes into the next part here. There's somebody that we can trust to show new hires. This is how it's done. This is how you are consistent. This is how you have big annual payouts. Leadership's going to start giving you more responsibility. Now, you can look at that 2 different ways. You got extra work to do, or, hey, I know this is the first start of me moving forward in my career. I know I gotta learn more, I gotta do more, so I can become more. Are you sick of fighting over scraps and living paycheck to paycheck? Are you sick of being middle of the pack and not earning the big commission checks that you see the top 20% of people making? Are you sick of not being that multi-6-figure earner that you know you deserve yourself to be? Get started. If you want to work with me, check the links below. I also have the sales and marketing course that will teach you the language of sales. If you didn't have a great mentor, if you don't have great mentors like I did growing up in the business, then this is your solution to help you get to where you need to be. Invest in yourself. Take advantage. This creates and starts your upline. This is how, when you're showing up on time and you're showing self-accountability and self-responsibility, you're creating an upline for yourself to move forward in your career path, to move your business to the next level. And if you don't do this, if you don't have this foundational skill, you're going to be stuck. You're going to be languishing. I had tons of people, I got paid overrides for sales. So I had tons of people that would show up late and quite honestly, it didn't really bother me because I just let them exist. I knew they weren't going to go anywhere, but they were bringing money in. They were making money. I was making money. Yeah, you can be part of the team. It's not that big a deal. I'm not gonna send trainees with you. I'm not gonna build around you. I don't see any future in your tactics because I know that's not going to build a strong business. But if you got a lot of issues with showing up on time and you can make sales, like, your manager might just let you exist, all right? But you're going to be stuck. You're going to be stuck. Ultimately, when you're on time, you're not doing it for the manager. You're not doing it for the company. You're doing it for yourself. You're doing it for your own future. You're not just the paychecks, but your trajectory. How fast do you want to move up in the business? How fast do you want to move into leadership? How fast do you want to move in your life? How fast do you want your future to come to you? That's why you do it for yourself, right? The more you're sacrificing today, the better off you're going to come. It's going to become in the future, right? This is the idea of delayed gratification. A lot of people, they just show up right on time. Or, 20 seconds late, 10 minutes late, 20 minutes late, hour late, whatever, it happens. Even the best of the best, they do have a late day here and there. It's going to happen. So it's not like an immediate strikeout if you are late one time in the quarter or something. But if it's like a consistent habit of yours, you're going to consistently be mediocre. You're going to consistently be average. So you're doing it for yourself. Your manager might be pushing you. Your manager might be one of these people that are all about by the book, and they want to make sure everybody's on time and write you up and do all this kind of stuff. Ultimately, these companies have these kind of things in there to motivate you to do the right thing for yourself. But if you need someone else to tell you to show up 10 minutes early, to show up 15 minutes early, you're never going to be successful. You're never going to be an entrepreneur. You're never going to be a business owner. You're never going to be a leader because you need somebody else to tell you how to show up on time. Ultimately, when you're late consistently, your value goes down. And once it becomes a habit and everybody knows, oh, that's Billy. That's just Billy for you. Billy makes good sales, but he can never show up on time. He's always got his shirt untucked. He forgot his belt again. Something. It's like a multiple things. Each little thing you do is going to feed into the other. So what you do with one thing is how it's going to be with the rest of all the other things in your life. So if you're having a problem with time, I promise you there's other problems in your setup, in your tactics. And ultimately, once you stop showing up on time consistently, you become a joke. No one's going to take you seriously. No one really cares what you have to say. It's just, that's Billy. So you're going to always be a joke if you can't get this right. And you know you deserve more. So this is a simple thing you can do, a simple fix. I'm going to tell you how I fixed it, because when I started, way before I even got into sales, I had some attendance issues with other regular jobs, right? And I got set straight. I'll tell you the story. I got set straight in my first sales job at my first day. I was in a bad way. I showed up 2 minutes late. I had to catch a ride to the office. I didn't have a car at the time. And I showed up 2 minutes late. I walked in the office is going, everything's happening. I participate in the office for the first 45 minutes of the day, and then everybody deploys out, and my manager pulls me aside and says, "Devon, why were you late?" And then I had to explain, well, I had to rely on this ride, and it was only 2 minutes away from the office. I had to walk 2 minutes from, I got here on time, but at 9 o'clock, but then I had to walk 2 minutes to get to the door from where I got dropped off, and that's why I was late. And she told me, That's your problem, Devon. Well, she didn't say it that nicely. She said, that's your effing problem, right? My problem is making this business run great. And if you can't show up on time, then don't come back tomorrow. So from that point forward, after my very first day in sales, which I had never had anybody set me straight like that, and I needed that, I started showing up early. I started showing up 10 minutes early, 15 minutes early, to make sure that I wouldn't be in that situation again, because it was humiliating. And also I saw the other people in the office making money, and I saw this as an opportunity, like, oh, I could actually make some real money for the first time in my life. I want to be part of this. So I started taking my future more seriously at that point. And I didn't want to be considered a joke. I didn't want to be humiliated again. I didn't want to be let go. I wanted to be part of the experience. I wanted to see a better future for myself. Appreciate y'all coming down. Be on time. Do it for yourself. Have a great day. Make sure to check out the links below and join the Facebook community. We're growing over there. Take care.